running out of daylight, so gotta find a flat spot here real soon. And this looks like it. Ask and you shall receive. So this morning we're going to talk about sleeping bags. If you're in the market for a sleeping bag and planning a through hike, there's so many things to consider besides just the bag itself. You know, you might be a hammock sleeper, you might be cowboy camping, you might have a double wall tent, a single wall tent. All those things are a factor, not just the bag. And there's so many different bags and different techniques out there today that it can be confusing. So in my case, you know, just as an example of what you run into on a through hike, you know, I came up here yesterday through 70-degree dry desert conditions, and last night slept on a snow cone. So my pad, I bought my uber light pad because it is light and because it's comfortable, but the R factor in it is like 2. You can buy heavier pads with more of an R factor, but I don't need that because I don't buy into the fact that a quilt, you know, the idea is that a quilt is different from a bag, because a bag you're just wasting all that bottom space. It's just down that you're going to compress and it's not going to do anything for you. Think about it. Would you rather have your butt on that cold pad underneath your quilt, which again is going to be drafty, or would you rather have some compressed down and 2 pieces of fabric sandwiched between your butt and that pad? It makes a lot of difference. And a quilt, unless you have a system to keep that quilt wrapped around you and you don't move much, it's going to be drafty. So, you know, the reason I decided on this Z-Packs bag, this is 900 fill down. I bought a 10-degree bag because I sleep cold, but I get the best of both worlds. So I've got the toe box here. It's a 3/4 zip, so I have this whole toe box. But last night, for sure, I wanted to zip that zipper all the way up and cocoon myself into that thing. So if you're a gram weenie and you're worried about the weight of that zipper, just remember that a weenie without a zipper is drafty. Makes sense, right? So I'm not knocking quilts. I'm not telling people don't buy a quilt. You buy whatever you want. I'm just saying do your own due diligence ahead of time, and you're going to get out there and you're going to run into conditions like this, and you're going to be wishing you had something different or you had a different system. So the whole thing is to get your system down pat so that you're comfortable in conditions like this, or opposite, you know, and it's a really hot night, I can either not even have my bag on or use it as a quilt. I mean, just have all those options. And then your clothing, your layering system is just as important. I had all kinds of stuff on last night and I was warm, and if I was too hot I could peel something off. But you know, when you get into some poor conditions like this where you just have to pull the pin and find a flat spot and sleep for the night, sometimes you're going to suffer if you don't have the right equipment. So think about it. Keep smiling.